Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Mr. Lux. I have another video that I've been thinking about doing this video for quite some time, and I guess today is about as good a day as any. This video is something that is actually a growing, as far as I'm concerned, it's a growing cancer in the video gaming community. And I think we as gamers, whether we're young or old, rookies or seasoned gamers, I think we all have a responsibility to make a stand and voice our opinion to these video game developers, because what I'm going to talk about today is getting very out of hand. And please let me know in the comments how you feel about this. What this is about is these companies now going to this quote-unquote online pass for their video games. Now, what an online pass is, it's basically a way for the gaming companies to recoup some money from those individuals who buy pre-owned games. Because gaming companies don't make money off of pre-owned games. They only make money off of the initial purchase of that game. So if you're somebody who goes in, if you're on a budget and you try to find games at a discount, you go into GameStop, or you go into like maybe one of your local, gaming stores that buy used games, or go to Amazon or eBay to buy pre-owned games. What you're going to find is you're not going to be able to play those games online. And the sucky part about it is, did a video a while ago, earlier, about Xbox Live renewal. Well, to piggyback off the Xbox Live renewal policy, you're paying $49.99 currently for Xbox Live if you have an annual subscription. And from day one, that $49.99 was strictly for you to play online. So now, in this day and age, you're still paying that same $49.99, but then there's another layer on top of that. These individual gaming companies are saying you got to pay an extra $10 if you want to play our games online. So I'm like, at this point, what's the purpose of Xbox Live at its core? I know they're adding all these extra features and stuff like that, things that nobody asked for. I mean, they can still add these, but make that a separate subscription policy. Make that something outside of the $49.99 that we normally pay. But EA, which is notorious for just robbing its consumer for every single penny that they have. EA charges for every single thing. I mean, I don't care how big or small it is, and they have no shame. They'll charge you for content that was available in previous versions of the same game, especially on last-gen consoles. I mean, they're right now, take for example Madden. They're making you pay in what they call coins, but you still have to spend regular money. I don't know who's a fool that will fall for the whole, because I don't say it's cash or dollars or cents, we call it coins, that it's supposed to make a difference. Same thing with Microsoft points. It's stupid. It's just a play on words and something just to confuse you. But anyway, so they have these coins that you have to buy to play games from the NFL season. It's called Madden Moments Live. So like games, say for example, I think it was in week 1 or week 2 where Calvin Johnson from the Detroit Lions, he made this catch in the end zone, rolled over, used the ball to get up off the ground, and the ball, fell out of his hand, but he made the catch. But because he didn't complete the process, whatever that means, they called the touchdown back. So that became a controversial game, and people talked about it throughout the week. So what Madden Moments do, they take some of the most exciting games from the previous week, and they basically recreate the same scenario. And they got it to where you can pay to replay that particular game or that moment or whatnot. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Madden had the same type of thing. It was like the scenario editor in last-gen consoles, which was free. It was a feature in the game. So they're making you pay for this stuff now. And you don't even have the options like you had in last gen when you can customize whatever you wanted to. So, but that's just to kind of show the level that EA goes to. They penny pinch for everything, and it's ridiculous because they're just like a multi-billion-dollar company. So anyway, they're charging for this online pass, and so you got to pay an extra $10. Some companies are jumping on the board and they're making you pay $5, but I think across the board the standard is $10. So you have EA that started doing this last year with, I think it started it with actually Tiger Woods. That was their first title jumping into this. Then you had THQ jumping on board with their UFC Undisputed 2010. They made you pay for that garbage, and that game was horrible. It's still horrible to this day. I mean, they've released so many patches to try to get this thing worked out. Well, not really so many patches, but they've released 2 patches, and that game is still flawed with a lot of bugs, and it's just very frustrating. And THQ, they have really hurt their customer base off of this one single title. I mean, it's just ridiculous. If you go over to THQ's forums for UFC, it's amazing how much people are expressing their disdain for how they're treating their customers and how they just have no clue on how to make a good game or how to, improve a game that has major flaws in it. So they jumped on board, and they didn't even announce it or make it even understandable that they were using an online pass. I mean, it was on the back of their instruction manual, but they didn't really advertise, said, hey, if you want to play this online, please check the back of your instruction manual for this online pass, enter this code in. And, as THQ is doing it, I believe 2K Sports may start doing it. There's another company that's doing it, but I can't remember at this time which one it is. But as you can see, it's now becoming a growing trend. And the only reason why it's becoming a growing trend is because we, the gamers, are allowing it. We're not voicing our opinions enough to let these gaming companies know that we're tired of you trying to penny pinch us and scheme us for every single dime that we have. I mean, I understand that EA may not get money from a pre-sale, from a pre-owned game, but I mean, come on now. You're not a struggling company. I mean, you should be one of the last companies to be trying to pull this tactic. I mean, honestly. And this is just something that's bothering me. And before anybody comments on this video, I buy all my games. I mean, if anybody has seen my videos where I do what they call, my video segment I had called Shitload of Games. I mean, I have a folder. Look at this. Look at all these pages. I mean, all of this. This is full of games. So I'm not somebody who sits back and whines. All these games I buy. I mean, I don't. So I'm not somebody, just because I don't buy pre-owned games, I'm not somebody that says, well, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all, so I'm not going to worry about it. That's the wrong way to look at it, because like I said, at the end of the day, we're all gamers. And I have to also have a responsibility for those gamers that are on a budget and can't buy those brand new $65 games that come out. They want to look for the ones that are about $40 or $50, because that may be something they can, more afford on their budget. But see, this route here, charging people for an online pass, it's not the way to go. It's not the way to go at all. So, I mean, gamers, I'm looking at you to help me out with this. We got to be able to sound off our voice. And, so what can we do to bring more attention and more awareness to this? Somebody who I think can be a very influential voice in the video game industry is, especially for sports games, is Pasta Padre. I mean, I don't know how he feels about this online pass stuff. I would imagine that he would rather not have it. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're all gamers, and we have a responsibility to hold these gaming companies accountable. So, you guys, if anybody knows of any way that we can also, bring more awareness to this, please let me know. I don't know if we can create like, a Twitter account or Facebook or whatever. I mean, something we need to, in an intelligent way, not in a spamming like way, in an immature way, but something we can do in an adult fashion to get the attention of these gaming companies that are using this online pass, because it's not a good thing. And the reasoning behind it just doesn't hold enough water with me, because these gaming companies are not hurting for the cash, and charging Xbox owners, an extra $10 to play online when you're already paying $50 to Microsoft, and Microsoft is being spineless and not stepping in and saying, this is a bad business practice. It just really concerns me. It'd be different if I was just a PS3 owner. Okay, my online service is free. So if I have to pay an extra $10, okay, so be it. That's not a big deal. But for Xbox, it is a big deal. So gamers, I'm looking for you. Stand up.